Hi guys, Angie Bell with Herbally Hip Tarot. How's my Herbally Hip tribe doing? This is for entertainment purposes and only this is for entertainment purposes, and everything we say here is allegedly. Okay, I got it out. Okay. This little session here, we're going to do the Orange Menace sent 300 300 people from Venezuelans, I don't know how you say it, to San Salvador against the judge's orders. And this all happened like Saturday night, I guess, using the Wartime Aliens Act of 1798. And that's only supposed to be used when you're in wartime. The Orange Menace tries to find any little thing. He tells his lawyers, find any little thing that we can try to use, which he's not even using it right, which is why the judge had the right to order it. And he's saying that these men, and I think there's some women involved too. Anyway, these people from Venezuela, I'm doing my best to say it, okay? The people from Venezuela, the guys were in some major gang, supposedly. It's the Orange Menace. Most of them probably weren't even in that gang, okay? It's the Orange Menace. He lies. Every time he's speaking, he's lying. As we all know. And so let's do a reading on that. We might do an open read on Clive Davis's energy, because a lot of you guys have said you think he is just like, he's just like a criminal. Like, he acts like he's so on the up and up, and he's really messed over a lot of artists, especially a lot of black women artists. And that's what some of you guys were saying. So we'll see where time's at, and we'll do a read on that. Let's see about the okay, Venezuelan. There we go. I just looked at the word. I'm like, I don't know why I was having a hard time saying it. Let's see what I should use. Because what he did is a crime. So let's see if she's true crime. Clear. Spirit. Should I use the true crime oracle cards for the Orange Menace sending 300 Venezuelans to San Salvador against the judge's orders using the Wartime Aliens Act? Should I use the true crime cards? Yes. Should I do a double read and use what lies beneath? No. Okay. Clear. I want to do a Spirit. Open read on Clive Davis. Should I use true crime? Clear. Should I also use do a double read with what lies beneath? No. Okay, so true crime for both of those. That's scary with that Clive Davis. That means that what he was doing was criminal. Some of you people are even suspicious with him, with Whitney's death. So I'm like, okay. All right, so we're going to use true crime for both. So let me go off a camera and shuffle these up, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're talking about the 300 Venezuelans that were sent to San Salvador after the judge had ordered it. He lied and said that they did it before, and it was a lie. They checked it out. He did not. He did it after the orders. So, and it was using the, he said he was using the Wartime Aliens Act of 1798, which you can only use during wartime. So let's just do an open read and see what this whole thing's about. Okay, party. I believe that's the Republican Party. That's what's on the bottom card. In the middle, drugs and poison. All right, let's do it. Let's dive in more before I find out what that drugs and poison is supposed to be for. Okay. Okay, I'm not sure what this I'm getting a couple of things. This homicide Is this the are they being abusive to these people? Okay, that's what's come to me. We're gonna definitely use the pendulum on this. Regret card. I think this judge is gonna make him regret that decision. There's a cover-up involved. One of the cover-ups is he's trying to lie and say, "Oh, we did that after you you made that judgment," and they're trying to do a cover-up where trying to cover it up, but they've already got in touch with one of the powers to be in what's that country where they sent him to, San Salvador, and he said no. He goes, they arrived before the judgment was made. And he proved it. So they were trying to cover it up, but you know Orange Man is trying to do cover-ups. They don't work. He's too much of an idiot. What he's done is create a disaster, not natural but man-made, but a disaster. With this whole thing of rounding up these people, it's a disaster. You got people hiding for their lives, scared to death. You have people, we need them, you know, with their jobs, and people aren't showing up for work. Cost of living is going up, food is going up. You're ruining people's families and lives. It's disgusting. This isn't the way to do it whatsoever. I just said, look it, he's scaring the hell out of families. It's horrible. Absolutely horrendous. Lies. Yeah, all the lies he says about these people. They're in gangs. And that's the big lie about this one. He's saying that they were in this major gang. That's probably a lie. There could be a couple, maybe. But he's saying all these guys were in these gangs. Lies. Okay, so next we have perversion. And perversion means distortion, misrepresentation, falsification, or travesty. It's a travesty, what he's doing, okay? It's a falsification and a misrepresentation. He's saying that all these 300 people, I think it's 300 people, it's hundreds, okay, are a part of these, this major gang. It's a falsification. He's just looking for an excuse to send them out. An affair. This is a relationship between him, the muskrat, maybe Putt Putt too. But sending people out, I think this is the relationship he has between himself and the muskrat. And this whole thing is one big mess, okay? It's a big mess. There's going to definitely need to be cleanup because it's a mess. All right, what is the drug and poisons doing? Oh, the one card I want to say, he is going to regret it. That's what I look at. So obviously something is going to happen to him for doing this. What does the drugs and poison and the homicide? Let me use my pendulum. Clear. Spirit. Is the homicide card, is that saying that the people who are deporting them, are they harming these people? Oh my God, disgustingly, it says yes. Clear. Have any of them died? Clear. But they are being treated badly, harmed. Absolutely disgusting. Clear. Spirit. Are these people being drugged or poisoned at all? Yes. Clear. Are they doing experimentations on them? It said yes. I swear to God, we are dealing with the literal devil. Clear. Spirit. Will the Orange Menace be punished for doing this to these people? Yes. Clear. Will some of these will all of these people be returned back to the U.S.? Okay, it said yes. And it was confusing reading the article. They were in air. I think some had already landed, but this was after she gave her ruling that you cannot be doing this. And then some were mid-air, so mess, like normal with the Orange Menace. Oh. But it looks like he's going to regret it. He's going to be stopped. And he's going to be busted, it looks like, for harming these people. So disgusting. Alright, we're going to do an open read on Clive Davis. So, and it said to use the true crime cards. So let me shuffle these up again and I'll be right back. Okay, so let's do a open read and whatever comes up for Clive Davis, okay? Okay, healing. Okay, that tells me that he has hurt some people. I'm not sure physically, but I think financially. Maybe mentally too. Secrets. So there's lots of secrets. Okay. Or the things he's done, people have got to heal from what he's done to them. Okay, let's just keep going. Okay, neighborhood. I think that's him and his clients. Okay. And I think I had said that he's a manager, but he is a record producer. And he's also a lawyer. So he knows he knows his stuff. He knows if he's going to mess people over, he knows how to do it. Okay. This is what this tells me. What he does as a record producer is garbage. The way he treats people, it belongs in a landfill. It's garbage. Power supply is that power he holds over them. Because they want to be a star. They want to be a singer. So that he has power over them. Oh, Lord. Look at that. His energy is this. Devil energy. And then look what's above it. Neighborhood. Remember I showed you this is him with his clients. Is this card imprisonment? Is this how people feel when they get involved with him? Or is this him going to prison? So we're going to, I have both those in my head right now, so we're going to ask the pendulum about that. Gifts. I think he promises a whole lot of stuff. And they believe him. Why? Because he has the power. And the gift is them being a star. Being successful. A successful singer. I don't know what this alive is. We might ask about it. We'll see. Okay, strangulation. Is this not literal sense, but that he has a strangulation, like a hold over, a strangulation hold over them? Okay, we'll ask about that one. An organized crime. So really what he does is criminal, I believe. I think he messes people over with the money part. which is what happened with that Angie, with Angie, I believe, when we did the reading. All right, let's ask the pendulum. Clear. Spirit. Does the landfill card, does this represent that he treats his clients like trash? Yes. Clear. Spirit. Is the power supply, is that the power he has over his clients? Yes. Okay. Clear. Spirit. Is this imprisonment card? Is this how people feel? They feel like they're in prison when they get involved with him? Yes. Clear. Spirit. The strangulation card. Do his clients feel like he has like a stranglehold on them? Yes. Clear. The organized crime. So basically, he does a lot of criminal crap. Yes. What is that called? Clear. Spirit. Does he steal money from his clients? Yes. He is absolutely horrendous. Yeah. Okay, guys. So, like a lot of you guys said, he is not a good person. He steals people's money. Royalties. That's what I want to know about. He doesn't give people their... Clear. Clear. Spirit. Has Clive Davis stolen a lot of people's royalties? Yes. And the royalties are what you can live off of. Once, especially once your career slows down, it's nice to have those royalties. And that's what he did with Angie. He had messed her over and stolen 20 years worth of royalties. Horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Okay, you guys, I think that's it for this one. Did I do both? Yeah, that's it for this one. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. Give this video a thumbs up. Comments, questions, anything you want me to read on, just leave it below. And I have one more video to make today. And remember, you guys, do something that makes you happy today, okay? And I will talk to you guys in the next video, which will be out shortly. All right. Love, peace, and happiness.